All right, guys. Before I get an interview with my man Stephen Connell here, I just want to say I'm the best commissioner in sports history. You know, Roger Goodell, Adam Silver, those guys are fucking Mickey Mouse. I'm on codeine and steroids right now. Just got my wisdom teeth out yesterday. Still calling the game. I have the best dedication, but enough of me. Let's get into Stephen Connell. You know, you had a little bit of a rough series in the first week. You're still probably one of the best pitchers in the league. And, you know, you're playing another great pitching staff here. But before we get into you, what are your thoughts on the new threads, man?
Oh, they're absolutely beautiful. I mean, lovely color scheme. You know, just really shout out to my manager, Blake. Also, for just putting this together. The commissioner has done a great job with just the colors here. I'm really happy to be representing this team.
Nice. And like I said, you know, not many plate appearances last week for you. How do you feel, you know, getting into another series, try to get some more reps in and maybe get that first career hit, or not first career, first hit for the season?
Well, look, last series with Tate, you know, you say he's a good pitcher. I think he's still ass. The reality is, you know, I came in with some rust, right? Still trying to feel it out. But honestly, like, he was going through a lot, and I felt bad for him. And so I wanted to let him have this moment. But the reality is I'm locked in.
Sorry to cut you off. He doesn't have a ring and you do.
That's right. And if he's watching this, right here, buddy. But, you know, today coming in, I see these guys warming up. They look like they suck. Frankly, I'm about to knock it out of the park.
All right, man. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Mish.
All right, I'm here with Blaine Ryan here. You know, you guys 3-3 playing a 1-5 team here. It's a chance to move up in the rankings. How do you feel you guys are going to go out there and establish that?
I mean, we're just going to go out there swinging the bats, ready to get some balls in play, you know, score some runs. That's all it takes.
You know, last week you probably hit 3 of the hardest hit balls I've seen into the atmosphere. I think you straighten it out, you get a little more in play. How do you feel maybe, you know, capitalizing today at the plate?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely just going to keep the hands above the ball and, you know, keep it straight. The fence is a little low over on that side, so try to put it that way.
And I know last year you were a Cy Young finalist. I have heard inside sources that Luke Rotundo will be giving you another start today. I know a little bit of a slower start to the season, but how does it feel to maybe get the mound back working again?
Yeah, you know, just got to get used to throwing again. You know, with the ball's a little light, got to get the right arm slot, but I'm going to get used to it and then time the zone.
All right, man, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, final series of Slate 3. Blake Kurlander on the mound here. Luke Parker at the plate. I got to sit down. Foul back. 0-2. Got him! Blake Kurlander.
Good pitch, Blake.
3-pitch K.
That was gross, Blake.
The grossest I've ever seen him. Seriously. And here comes Luke Rotundo. Played a very good series last week. Beat the one-seeded Frost. Using the lemon line bat. And a good hold from Luke. Upstairs, bringing up Lane. We got a bunch of full count. Got him! Blake Kurlander. Really good pitching inning from Blake. Gets 2 guys out. Dude. All right, bottom of the first. On the hill, Luke Parker, one of the perennial pitchers in this league. 0.9 ERA. Blake Kurlander at the dish. Just pitched a pretty good inning. 3-2. Battling. Got him! 68. Really good pitch from Luke. Gets the first out of the inning. That might be one of the grossest pitches I've ever seen. There's a 1-2 strikeout. That literally moved like 50 inches on. No kidding. Yeah, 6 and on the ground. It's gonna be an easy play for Blake. Ground out. Good contact. Blake Kurlander pitching pretty well today. See the thoughts on your pitcher, man? 3-2. Got him, Blake Kurlander.
Wow, Blake, good pitch.
And before he steps off that mound, I gotta check his wrist. All right, he's good. Make sure. That was filthy, dude. All right, up to the plate, Alex Coco, 2-year RWL veteran, going up against his good old buddy. And that's a good message to him. He says, screw you, buddy. 2-2. Slow leg kick. Got him! Top of this, bottom of the zone. Absolutely filthy. Gives a little stare down.
What is that?
72. Got him inside. 3-pitch strikeout. 4 up, 4 down. All right, top of the third. 0-2. And 5 straight balls. What a count from Blaine. Getting the Cowboys a runner. 1-1. On the ground. Aaron, what are we doing?
Is that second and third?
No, I think that's technically in play.
Okay, that's in play.
Big chance here, 3-2. Got him right at 68. Blake Kurlander. Got a little bit of velo today. What a pitch. Full count. Got him up and in.
Nice, Blake.
Blake Kurlander. And we did get the bat speed on that one. 2-2. Submarine, 73, it'll go. First one of the inning, strikeout. Aaron! That'll be a single, and it'll break up the PG. Probably just jinxed the pitcher, as I said it right before that at-bat. Sorry, Luke. Trying to go to extras. Luke Parker, 3-2. Got him outside. We are going to extra innings. Both pitchers dueling. 2-2, Blake threatening. Oh my goodness, that is gone. Luke Parker, that ball was crushed. Second home run of the year. Dead center, 450. What a swing for the kid.
Let's go.
He says, screw my teammates, I'll help myself out. What a swing.
No kidding. Nice swing, Luke.
Oh my, and Luke back-to-back jacks. And that was a really good pitch, but Luke just got his hands on it. 3-0 Cowboys. Coming alive. What a swing.
There you go.
Cowboys coming alive at the right time for their pitcher. What a
You gotta help this guy out sometimes.
That pitch was gross, too. Up into the air. Blake will make the play. Almost runs into the tree. What a play. Parker trying to throw another shutout. Slow leg kick. Got him. That was filthy. Cowboys will win game 1, 3-0. What a performance from Luke Parker. Luke Rotundo solo homer. Steven, that's just, it's filthy, man. Can't do anything about it. All right, game 2, extra inning thriller. 2 home runs from both Lukes. Blaine Ryan will be taking the hill. Outside, 5-pitch walk. Good start for the Pacific.
Hey, great.
Baseball kids here, I need some thoughts on that.
Oh. See, I pulled away.
Is that 0-1? Alex, up into the air. Parker will call it off. That's a fly out. 3-2. Got him, bottom of the zone, 66. Blaine Ryan gets out of a jam.
All right, you guys might be wondering what we're showing here. So this was the most embarrassing warm-up ever. Steven and Aaron, one of them had to pitch. They walked in 4 runs and gave up a solo home run, so we saved you guys from that first inning. You're welcome.
All right, potentially the last batter of the inning. Luke, goodness gracious. It will only be a solo home run, sadly. Mega cartwheel at home, 5-0 Cowboys. I'll leave that part in for Luke. Solo home run. Luke, 3 for 3 on this game.
Hey, that's my luck, bro. That counts as 1 RBI.
It's all right. Goes in the stats. Blake on the ground. That'll be a base hit. Parker's going to throw it. Weirdly, that'll send Blake to second. Friendly. 3-2, Blaine. Got him, Blaine. What a
Hey, I
pitch.
hit that, bro. What are you talking about?
But he hit the zone. Blaine trying to get out of the inning. Got him, low and away. 2 outs. Blaine will get the bottom 2 of the guys out. Going to the bottom of the second. And if the Pacific give up 5, the game's over. Oh! Alex Coco strikes out his buddy. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 1-0. And on the ground. And Alex will get his buddy out 2 times and will stare him down.
Yeah.
Is it? No different. 2-1. And on the ground, just gets the hands in for a single. Little cheeky single. 4-0. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That is play of the year from Luke Parker. Oh my goodness! What a play!
I hate this.
And the Cowboys win game 2. That was unbelievable. All right, game 3. Luke Parker at the plate. Had one of the best plays I've ever seen. Full count. Here it is again, hitting the phone. Don't know how that happened so much. That'll be a walk. Hits him. That'll be a bag for Luke. Bringing up Blaine. for him. Tucks his hands in and hits it over the monster. What a swing.
Where's the hat?
Get the hat. Blaine, slow down, man. I got to get that hat.
There you go.
What a swing from Blaine. His first bomb of the year. Puts the hat on, his first bomb.
Ben, what did I say?
I know.
Cats are swinging today.
No, I
Luke
told
did.
Ben before we.
Got him up and in. What a pitch from Blake.
Yeah, it hit it.
Hit the zone.
That's just a really good pitch.
Road.
Oh, for baby. I didn't see it playing dirty.
Got him inside. Blake gets back-to-back strikeouts, but the Cowboys will get 3 due to a Blaine home run. Drop ball. Got him. What a pitch from Luke. 2-1 to Aaron. Drop ball on the ground. Got him out. 1-2 inning for the Cowboys. Going to the second. 3-0. What a gem from Luke. Blaine, that'll be a single. What a, whoa.
Kind of close.
Kinda, Blaine might have pulled a hammy on that hit.
You good?
5-0 walk. Got him, Blake Kurlander. What a pitch. Did not have that one, Blaine. I'm sorry. Upstairs, RBI walk from Parker. Bringing up Zouch. 0 for 1 this game with 2 walks. 3-2. Hey, what a pitch from Blake. A backwards K. Gross pitch. Going to the bottom of the second. 3-2. Got him on a slider. What a pitch from Zouch.
Luke, I might kill you, bro.
Stephen Connell, wherever you are hitting. Full count. Inside. There goes the PG. Sorry, man. It's all right. Swing and a miss. Oh, that's a strikeout. I thought that was 2. And Luke Rotundo, 2 scoreless innings. Top of the third, 4-0. Almost hitting Blake in the head. 4-1. Outside, another walk for Blaine. He's tallied a lot of those today. Bringing up Luke Parker. And Luke Parker, goodness gracious. That ball was smoked for his 3rd home run of the year. This cat is making himself the Rookie of the Year front runner right now. He is on fire, both at the plate and on the mound. Give him that cowboy hat.
Beautiful.
Unreal swing from the kid. Got him, Luke
Nice pitch, Blake.
Rotundo, strikeout. Michael, you're batting. You have the best average. Got him, Blake Kurlander.
Nice play.
Going to the bottom of the third, Luke Rotundo looking to close the door and tie the first place teams, the Frost and the Outlaws. 2-2 to Alex, battling. Hits him twice. That'll be a walk. Might be his first on base of the day. I'm looking down the middle. Luke Rotundo, what a pitch. That's for the Pacific, Blake Kurlander.
Nice
Blake gets robbed by the tree. That'll be a single. Would have been over the wall without that leaf. Just kind of a tough day for the Pacific, but Blake will not get hit there. That would have been gone, I think. Typical luck for Blake. Probably shaking his head. Yeah, he's shaking his head over there. It's all right. Just got to shake it off. Bring it up Aaron. Aaron SHOEHI!
There we go, baby.
The Pacific's first runs of the day is off a 3-run bomb. His 5th. Aaron's 5th leading home run. He's leading the league in home runs. You guys, that is not a typo. He is leading the league in home runs with 5.
Let's go, baby.
What a cut from the kid from Akron. Full count. And out and away. The Pacific are just clawing on this lead.
This one's for you, Blake.
Steven, and it's a hit down the line. Brings the tying runner to the plate. First hit of the year for Steven. Oh my goodness. Brings the tying runner to the plate, Blake Kurlander. This has gotten interesting fast. What a hit from Steven, bringing up his manager. Deep breath from Luke.
Blake has tied it! A 6-run comeback for the Pacific! Unbelievable! They did not give up at all. It is 6-6. Unreal. And Luke is going to pull himself from the game. Unbelievable.
That's right, Blake. Talk to me.
And we got a pitching change. Got him. Dude. Going to extra innings, the Pacific put up 6 in the third.
I think Luke, you're up. Like, I think
Got him outside at 67. Blake Kurlander giving his team a chance to win it in the bottom of the fourth. 1-2. Steven! That's a fair ball! He is safe! And the Pacific come back from 6-0. Steven Connell, the walk-off single. A 6-0 blown lead.
Unbelievable.
And the Pacific grab a game.
All right, guys, I never really do two-team interviews, but Stephen Connell, you guys were down 6-0 in the third game. You had 2 hits, including a walk-off single. Is there any wisdom your manager shared you in that heroic comeback?
You know, he kept pouring into me, encouraging me, and he's trusted me from the start. You know, I got a long way to go, but he keeps lifting my head high, and I'm just grateful for that.
I got to give you credit for locking it at the end of the game. You know, 2 hits, but what happened at the beginning of the game where you're leaving on a phone call? Is that going to carry over, or you're going to be more locked in?
I'm going to be more locked in. Yeah, I got some family business to take care of. But you know what? All is good. We're locked in.
All right, Steven, what a series and way to play at the end. See you, man. All right, I'm here with the MVP of the series, Luke Parker. 2 home runs today, absolutely crushed it. And, you know, barring, again, a heroic comeback, you guys would have swept here. But either way, you guys are 5-4, tied for second right now. How does it feel sending 2 over the wall and having an amazing start again on the mound?
It feels good, and that stuff felt good today. Glad we come out with 2 wins today.
Again, a lot of people in the league have been telling me to mail you some PED tests, so just be on the lookout for that. Are you taking any substances?
No comment.
All right, man. And Luke Rotundo here. I know obviously you're a little upset about that Game 3 collapse, but 2 home runs on the day. You really swung it well. You and Blaine and Luke threw shutouts. You guys looked really good, potentially one of the better teams in the league. How did it feel, you know, winning the series, not the sweep you wanted, but you still won the series?
It was a good series. You know, the Pacific have some good hitters. You know, I didn't have the same outcome in the third game, but I mean, to be honest, like me pitching with a big lead in the third game, that's the equivalent of machine pitch. We all kind of know it at this point. But good on them for taking advantage of the situation, and we'll look to bounce back next series.
Now, it's really jumbled at the top. 2 6-3 teams, 2 5-4 teams. How does that look out for you guys? Potentially, maybe you're having a top 2 seed and still advancing.
You know, it's going to take it game by game. Not going to look at the standings until we get to the end of the year.
All right, man. Good series.
Yeah, thanks.
Dude, like,